Hello, Citizens! My name is Alex, and welcome back to Resident Evil 4. In the last video, we managed to get out of... Well... We managed to get to Chief Mendez's house. There he is. And he basically left a lot of cryptic bullshit for us. But, we're not going to worry about that too much today. And the reason that I went into this room is to show off this particular scene, because you'll get teased about Ada Wong. And if you know Ada Wong, then you know that she is a fucking bitch of a character. Like she's meant to be working for the guys that are really pulling the strings, but we don't know who is pulling the strings. We don't know who this organization that she works for is. So, yeah, like, that's kind of a fucking bullshit thing to have, in my opinion. Oh, and speaking of opinions, I'm gonna get this out of the way really quickly, but I'd like to ask you to watch the video in its entirety. Let me know what your favorite moments are in the comments, but also please to subscribe for more content, as well as turn on the bell, so that way you'll know whenever I do a video. Anyway, so I wanted to do that because people have opinions, right? That's just a human fact. We all have opinions. Some we agree with, some we don't. You know. Hold on a second. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Anyway, but we all have opinions. You know, that's just part of being human, right? But some people think that their opinions are the end all be all to any argument, right? So what I want from you guys is to not insult me because I have an opinion, right? I am open to I am very much open to a critique, right? No one is exempt from that, right? But just calling me a dumbass or saying I don't know anything because I have an opinion about something, yeah, that's where you kinda lost me. Sorry, that I've had a little bit of pent up energy from that, from my what if I made Ash Ketchum's Pokemon team videos, which by the way, thank you so very much for everyone who actually legitimately enjoys those videos. I'm so sorry that it had to end like this, but I just can't think of what else I can change, right? But anyway, sorry about that. Resident Evil 4. Sorry about that. Okay, so now that we have a key, which was in Mendez's room, we can now head back to that building in the opening mob area of the game. You know, that sequence before the title screen? Yeah, that. We can head back there, open up the building so we can get to the church, I believe. Or, like, it's actually kind of hard to figure out, like, what really is a church, because it seemed like the building in the opening area was a church, But then there's a church with a cemetery and a wooden bridge that's built into the side of a cliff. So, it's kind of tricky in that sense. So, yeah, uh, really, I don't have a lot to say right now because actually this is the second time that I am recording this audio because apparently Audacity does not like my microphone. But we'll say getting that bitch running with a headshot was freaking amazing. Anyway, but well, actually, I guess I can talk about what exactly I'm excited about for RE4 remake actually, because yeah, Resident Evil 4 was one of those games that I didn't expect to get a remake, like yeah, this game has aged quite a bit, graphics, audio, story, um, tank controls, even. But really, the controls are the only negative thing I can talk about when it comes to this game. Like my only gripe is the tank controls because because like aside from that and the camera, this is a phenomenal game. Like like serious. This game lives up to the hype and reputation it has. It is a very enjoyable game with high intensity action, as well as being appropriately scary at points. I mean, yes, this is the point in the franchise where they started to go in a more action-oriented route, but this one was at least self-aware of it. And because this game was at least self-aware and they played it off for laughs. 5 was a more serious story, along with 6. And 6 spanned like several years and 3 different campaigns. It doesn't matter if it played well, it just was not what the Resident Evil experience should have been. Enter Resident Evil 7. seriously, I seriously, aside from the camera, which is kind of crap, and the tank controls, I really enjoy this game. But I think I gushed for a little bit too long. Anyway, so back to the RE3, the RE4 remake. My bad. I am excited to see the remake Leon come back because he was an enjoyable take on the character. He still had a bit of snark with his one-liners and stuff, but he like it's like they injected a little bit of this game's Leon into the RE2 Leon, and that's how we got the remake. So, one second. I need a drink. So I am curious to see just how Leon adjusts to his role as a government agent. Because technically speaking, he's kind of forced into doing this. Basically, so, what's her name? Sherry, that's her name. Sherry Birkin from uh, Resident Evil 2 was actually a target by the U.S. government, and to help keep Sherry safe, Leon agreed to be a government agent, which is kind of fucked up. But like, dude in this game doesn't seem too bad about it. Like, it doesn't seem.
Might interest you.
Sorry, words. I am not the best at doing these kinds of speeches. I really am not. So, anyway, uh,
That old strain.
so I am pretty excited to see just how they're gonna handle Leon
Thank you.
as a government agent in the remake.
Thank you.
But I also hope
Welcome.
that they don't make the same mistake that this game made with Ashley.
What are you buying?
Like, Ashley, oh my god, she is the straw that broke the camel's back here, because
Thank you.
my god, she is one of the most annoying characters
That old.
to have
Thank you.
to have a
Is that old?
it's like,
What are you buying? Is that old?
it's almost like having your alarm go off every like 5 seconds, or like, actually, better yet, it's like having your phone notifications going off every 5 seconds. It just, it gets annoying.
Come back.
That is what it sounds like when Ashley is captured. But thankfully, she's not here for. But thankfully, she doesn't stay like that very long. Because, there are segments where she is out of the picture. Thankfully.
Anytime.
But still, like, it is. So, like, that is another blemish for this game that I will say. Although that one is a universally agreed on statement. Ashley is the worst character in the game. Because if she so much as stubs her toe, she dies and it's a game over. Which fucking sucks. Resident Evil should not be about escort missions, I'm telling you. I just hope Capcom does not make that mistake twice. Anyway. From what I've seen with the, gameplay trailer, actually, the combat actually looked really, really good. Yeah, the knife has a health bar again, which is fucking dumb. Which is actually I would say that's even more dumb than having it being a permanent item in the case from Village. Like, you are not gonna do a knife run. You're not gonna do a knife run in that game. There is no freaking way. No way in hell that you can do a knife run in the. So. Yeah, knife having a health bar is kind of dumb. But you do have a nice parry. But from what I've seen, you do have a nice parry, which is actually pretty cool. as far as I know, Resident Evil games have not done that. So, I don't know. Interesting to pull that off for me. Anyway, but the general design and layout, it all looks pretty familiar. So I have high hopes for it. I have high hopes, but then again, this game didn't necessarily need a remake. It just needed a version with more modern controls, you know? Because as I said before, this the camera and movement controls are my biggest problem with this game. And yes, I can adjust and adapt, but try to play this game and then go to, say, Resident Evil 2 Remake. Yeah, you kind of see my problem, don't you? Anyway, crap, I'm trying to find things to talk about. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. I mean, aside from wanting to cash in, well, not necessarily cash in, but to get on the hype train for RE4, I've been meaning to do something with this game for a while. I just couldn't really see a good opportunity to do it. Plus, I don't play this game a lot compared to something like RE2 or RE3, which, by the way, I managed to, and for RE3, by the way, I managed to get that done in like a day. Like the whole playthrough that you saw, I managed to do that in one day. That's how short it is. But actually, we're pretty close to getting a new weapon, actually. So, remember back in part 1 about those, blue medallions?
There's some sort of indentation.
Well,
something might fit inside.
Well, I'm pretty sure that you've been, seeing them here, right? Well, this is the only other area where you can find them. And I did miss one earlier. It was where I got that a treasure from the pedestal. So, yeah, I do go back for that, and I do take the long way here. I have a very odd way of doing things, so I probably could have ran over to that guy and kick him, but yeah, I'm lazy. Plus, he's dead right now anyway. And there is one more enemy, but he's at the very bottom, and I won't take care of him until I get the new gun. So I figured, why not get rid of the ones here and then go back for the one I missed, because that's another thing. I tend to miss at least one in this particular segment of the game. I do tend to do that. Oh. Well, now we might get snakes in these crates, so it's generally a good idea now to keep swiping if you see a crate. So, and the snakes aren't too bad. Like, they can give you items, but it's mainly eggs, so you can heal yourself. On that note, is talking about it is actually talking about the first boss that we're gonna encounter, called Del Lago. Basically, it's a giant salamander mutated by the Plagas parasite. So, yeah, I'm not spoiling anything because this is an almost 2.5 No, not. Like, this game is. This game is nearly 2 decades old. 20 years. This game is almost 20. So, yeah. Kinda. Oh, sorry. I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything here. Because, like, lots of people should know this stuff, you know? After some item management, I'm gonna head back to the merchant. He'll congratulate me on getting the medallions, and I am gonna get the new pistol. And yes, this is the only free pistol. And no, magnums are not pistols. According to this game, they're not. Okay, because there's separate ammunition for them. They have their own. They typically take up a lot more space, so yeah.
Got some rare
And the new gun, as soon as it'll come up, just give it a minute.
What are you
Is the Punisher. Now, this thing can actually pierce through shields, which is not a bad thing, and I did use this on my first ever playthrough of the game, so
What are you selling?
yeah. But honestly, I would just get rid of the handgun at this point because you don't really need
What are
it.
you buying?
And I thought about upgrading something, but I'm like, probably not. So, well, either that or I just couldn't. So, and item management there because I like having my pistol in the top left of the top left of the case, but that's just me. So, yeah, Anyway, so now we're gonna just go trek through the church and graveyard one last time. But I do manage to shoot a nest, which will give me an incendiary grenade. So yeah, and we're actually gonna be ending the video fairly soon. Like 3 more minutes or so. Anyways, yeah, I probably gotta cut this out, but but just I'm lazy, okay? And this is already gonna be a long game, so may as well just go in for the long run. Although if there is a failed attempt, I will cut it out and I will go to the ending so I can properly get a move on, Okay, okay. So now we're at one of my favorite things to do for this game. So there's crows, right? And they can drop items, ammo, treasure. So you get a gaggle of them or a murder of them together. Toss a flashbang, and you're good. Money for days, boy. But yeah, flashbangs are actually a pretty good item in this game, especially with an enemy that we'll see in part 5, I believe, or part 4, maybe. It's one of those two, but I do know that in part 5 we will be back in this area for a boss fight. But anyway, so may as well loot while you can, because everything's gonna change up soon. So yeah, I was just trying to find stuff to work with, but no. Okay, now after I do item management, I will head on over to the merchant, which is down the passage to the left, and you take a sharp right, like so. There. Oh wait, barrels. Sorry about that. Moolah. And down there. And then down there is the merchant, and this is the place where you could have gotten the Punisher, but you know, I was a dunce head. So anyway, if you guys, but again, so if you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and please subscribe for more content on the channel, as well as turning on the bells. That way you'll know whenever a video goes up. So until next time, Such Your Goons, reach for the stars.
Is that old? What are you buying? Is that all, stranger? Thank you. Is that all? Thank you. What are you buying?